Вы помните реакцию вашего парня, когда он первый раз увидел вас голой?
О, мать моя женщина! Еще?
Ага. А последний раз помните? Я опаздываю, мне надо в душ. У меня идея. Давай займемся сексом и снимем это на видео.
Гениально. Твоя самая лучшая идея. Привет.
Сотри эту запись.
Сотру, дорогая.
Только не забудь, ладно?
What inspired the story? It's an Angela story.
Yeah, Kate Angelo wrote the original script. Yeah, and she wrote a brilliant script about that had all the bones of what we've made about a couple that needs to find the spark in their relationship again once kids have entered the picture, and the complications of jobs and school runs and all that stuff.
I know.
And then we set it in the technological age where things can get uploaded to the cloud without really understanding how or why or where it's gone. So I just thought it was an interesting confluence of subjects that are really relatable in general.
And to work with Jason and Jake again, I thought would just, you know, it's a no-brainer in that way because we do really all have great chemistry together. And, you know, Jason and I have very similar sort of mentality about comedy and how to approach it. And he's so fearless and he's so honest and truthful. And, you know, I thought that partnership, to be a partner and have to show up every day and sort of like step up to his level would be really fun. And, you know, so we got to do that every day. And Jake being, you know, just so fantastic and such a great captain, you know, that we could just sort of jump on board and all really have a really fun.
Привет. Добро пожаловать на вечеринку. Привет. Добро пожаловать.
Дорогой, мне показалось, или это наша...
Ты знаешь iCloud?
Блин! Значит, вместо того, чтобы стереть нашу порнушку, ты разослал ее по всем айпэдам, которые мы подарили друзьям?
Гипотетически да.
Моей маме.
Робби.
Моему боссу.
И почтальону.
Seems like he was just, you know, the cameraman, and you were the captains in the story.
No, quite the opposite. Jake is a really
Who was doing the choreography of this?
There was,
It's Jake, a little to the left, a little faster.
Yeah.
So he's the one who liked to watch.
Yeah, he was like a creepy uncle. It was a really odd experience. Yeah, faster, that's good.
Every position right now.
Look at that bush. Well, look at his bush. I can't tell where her bush ends and his begins.
You know, the funny thing about, because this isn't a real sex tape, because we're not just, you know, in a real sex tape, I imagine nobody's worried about camera angles or what things are, you're not really worrying about where you're at, you know.
No.
But this was really logistically, we had to pay attention to things because, you know, I'm not actually naked. He's not actually, for the most part, most of the time,
there's
naked.
people around.
You know, and there's people around, so we're, you know, we're watching what's being seen, and it's very strategic. So Jake had to sort of, we make jokes about it, but really he had to do his job, which was make sure that we're making the movie that we're all.
Well, you have to make it realistic enough for us to believe what's going on.
Exactly. It wouldn't have been, you know, there's always that discussion, like, should I wear a bra during this sequence? You know, it's like, no, she wouldn't be wearing a bra. So how do we make it so that I don't wear a bra, but you also don't see what your, you know, what it is? This is where they ended up once they started to communicate with one another that they needed to really make an effort. You know, that's where, you know, that's the fun that they have with one another.
and they tried a few other options.
Yeah, they do.
It didn't really work out, unfortunately.
So I'm thinking maybe I should talk with my husband about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting, but cloud thing. It's actually, you think it's really that unlearnable?
I think that it's learnable, but there are some real mysteries to the cloud.
Unreliable more.
Yeah, unreliable. And people are able to look at that information, you know, and if you read like the user agreement at the beginning when you sign up for something, your privacy is not really that private, unfortunately.
Кто трахается 3 часа подряд? Столько идет фильм «Линкольн». Вы что, протрахались весь Линкольн?
Я отвлеку босса, а ты найдешь этот грёбаный айпэд.
Да ладно. Нет! Фу! Сири, как делать искусственное дыхание собаки?
Домашнее видео только для взрослых.